Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. I think I got some technical difficulties figured out, but not all. And I'm just resetting the board back to the base settings so we could play again. I got stomped. I have no illusions I'm going to get stomped again. This board is just really tough. Let's see. Let's get everything back to normal, and we will play Cthulhu Death May Die. This is the Eldritch idols. So Dagon, because Dagon is the great old one that we're using, and the name of the scenario is Eldritch Isles. That's the way it works. Is you pick the great old one, and then you pick the scenario. And there's a little map over here that tells you how to set everything up, where everything is. So I'm just resetting the game to its default, putting the guards. Okay, do I have everything? The Shoggoth is over there. This card is over here. This card is over there. And these two are over here. And that's the beginning of the game. So that I'll just put Ernest and Mary. This artifact, I'll mix up the artifacts so we don't know exactly what they are. Oh, need to stand up. Okay, we'll put that there, put that there. And where's this other artifact is in this room. I'm going to even give them new insanities. I'll give them new insanities. Reset all this. Revert him back to a human. He's no longer a deep one. Oh, I forgot to level up Mary. That might have helped us. And I think I might have learned a little something, that putting all your eggs in one basket is not, like, the marksman is a great skill, but when a monster gets summoned to you, you can't use your marksman abilities. So, it might be in my best interest to not just level up in marksmanship. So I'm just giving things a quick shuffle, and then we will play. So how's everybody doing? Anybody watching? Can anybody let me know if I think the video looks good? Can you hear me well? That's what I'm concerned with. If anybody's watching, we only got 3 people watching. I don't expect a lot of people to watch this nonsense. But if anybody could just tell me that the audio is good or bad. I guess if you can't hear me, you can't hear me asking. So, oh, okay. Everything is fine. Cool. New name. Cool. All right, so reset everything. All right, everything is reset. So what I'm going to do is start off. We got Ernest and Mary, and I'm going to shuffle these insanity cards and give them an insanity. So they broke out of Arkham Asylum to screaming and yelling that Dagon was going to take over the earth, and nobody believes them. Nobody believes them. Would you? So let's see. Ernest's problem is reoccurring trauma. Keep the last Mythos card any player drew with no summoning symbol near this card until they're shuffled. Keep the last Mythos. Okay. If there's any Mythos card near this card, play it as if you just had drawn it. Otherwise, you heal all of your stress. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So Ernest is suffering from reoccurring trauma. Oh, my computer is updating. That's great. I hope nothing bad happens. And fear of crowds. That's funny. That's what you had last time, right? That's exactly. Yeah, but I drew it. I can't redraw again. That's exactly what you had last game. So take 1 stress for every other figure in your space, enemy or investigator. If you were alone, heal all of your stress instead. Okay, so, all right. All right, so we will start, and I'll start with Ernest again. The default is 3 black dice, and Ernest, again, I'll explain the rules as we go. It's remarkably easy. It looks super complicated. This is the monster board. These are the 2-player boards. The monster is a non-player. I got to defeat Dagon. The only way to win the game is to kill Dagon. I lose the game if one investigator is killed before he's summoned. If he marches to the red space, he makes it to Earth. If he makes it to that space, he floods the Earth and everybody is killed. So I got it. In these 3 red spaces is the only place that he is vulnerable to attack, unless I disrupt the ceremony. If one investigator dies before he's summoned to Earth, the game is over. Once he's summoned to Earth and an investigator dies, we can continue playing. All right. If he makes it to here, we lose, and if both investigators are killed before, we lose, and if we both turn into deep ones, we lose. It's lots of ways to lose, only one way to win. All right, so let's begin. The rules are right here. So on my turn, I take 3 actions. Right? My first action, I'm going to attack. So Ernest starts out with a shotgun. He's a marksman. I may attack a target 1 space away. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to roll. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. Why is a star a hit? Because he has arcane mastery. When making any roll, you may count 1 star as a hit. So boom, boom, boom. So the Shoggoth takes 3 damage, but the Shoggoth takes 10 damage to kill. So there you go. So as you can see, he takes 10 damage to kill. I'm just waiting. Okay, because I'm watching this video on my phone because my main computer's over there. So there's a delay, but that's not that bad. I got 1 comment. That's cool. 3 people watching. That's also cool. I had like 25 people watching that mess before. All right. So that was his first action. His second action, he's going to keep unloading on this. I just want to make sure there might be an error on the board. Nope, no error. Okay. I'm obsessed with a perfect game. Like, I want to play the game according to the rules. Last game, I played the game according to the rules, but I still lost. I'm happier playing a game according to the rules and losing than winning and finding out that I had played the rules wrong, if that makes any sense. So this is 3 successes. Boom, boom, boom. I do another 3 damage to the Shoggoth, and I have 1 action left. My last action. Okay. 1 hit, 1 sanity damage. Now, I have Demon Hunter skill. I have 2 free rerolls when attacking monsters. So I'm going to reroll this. That's a hit, and I'm going to reroll this. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm stuck with, I do 2 damage. Boom, boom. So 6, 7, 8 damage. He needs 2 more to be killed, but I take 2 sanity. Boom, boom. So I'm getting a little crazier. Sanity, losing sanity or gaining insanity is a double-edged sword. You get more powerful, but you get closer to the end. If your health gets to here, you're dead. If your insanity gets to here, you're a raving, useless lunatic. So you might as well be dead. All right, so now I draw a Mythos card. The Innsmouth Curse. If you are a deep one, dweedle-deedle-deedle-deedle-deedle-deedle-deedle-dee, but I'm not a deep one. So if I was a deep one, I would do 2 damage to everybody else in my figure. So that's one of the reasons I do not want to become a deep. Otherwise, transform unless you take 2 stress or a wound for each you can't take. So I'm going to take 2 stress. In this scenario, it's best not to become a deep one. And then it says summon a cultist at yellow, but there's no deep ones on the board. They don't start off on the board. So there's all the cultists are on the board. So that's what. And what is my trauma? Okay, without a summoning symbol. Okay, so far my reoccurring trauma is non-existent. Okay, so and now I can investigate or fight. If it's a safe space, which it is, I could draw an investigation card or a discover card. Clay pot. I guess I didn't shovel too well because this is the first card I drew last time. The substance looks like blood. Inside is a liver, but made of ceramic. So I got a clay pot with a ceramic liver, and blood. You may claim the claim pot or discard this and heal all of your stress. All right, so when you rest, you may discard this item. If you do, all investigators in your space, including you, heal 2 additional wounds. So it's like a healing potion for later, but it's a gross described healing potion. All right, so that's the end of Ernest's turn. Now, Mary is also a marksman, so she's going to hopefully kill the Shoggoth. So Mary has 2 insanity and 1 damage. So she's going to take a stress and re-roll that. And it availed to nothing. I'm going to re-roll one more because I want 1 more damage, so I at least kill it on the first action. So there we go. So now I'm accepting that die roll. This is killed. I'll clear off the damage tokens. And what we get now is she takes 2 insanity. So now she has 2 insanity. That was all her first action. Her second action, she will move and she will take this artifact. So she moved for her second action. Third action is taking this. Heal 1 wound at the end of each round. So she has a healing artifact. Each player needs to have 2 artifacts and be where there's a gate when Dagon moves. And that overloads the gate, collapses the gate. Does it collapse the gate or it just overloads the gate? They overload the gate and disrupt the ritual. Oh, it just disrupts the ritual. It doesn't destroy the gates. And if I disrupt the ritual, the Dagon is summoned to Earth, but he still can't do anything until he's in the. So think of it, he's confused because the ritual was improperly performed. All right, so now I used all 3 actions. I attacked, I moved, I picked up, and now Mythos goes. Mythos is how the monsters go. Full moon. Move each cultist in deep one space towards you, and then summon a cultist. All the cultists are on the board, but everybody is moving 1 space towards me. Cultist to deep one. So cultist, 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 cultist. All right. This sucks. Now Mary is in a room. She's a marksman. She's not a very good hand-to-hand fighter. So she has to deal with this. So now this phase is investigate or fight. So she has to fight. So I look at the cards for this particular scenario. All cultists use 2 green dice. So I'll take 2 green dice. This cultist is attacking. He gets nothing and likes it. So they're just normal humans. So these particular cultists don't have any additional abilities. And the second guy scores 1 hit on poor old Mary. Mary, why you bugging? So she gets hit. Now, at the end of a turn, heal 1 wound at the end of each turn. So she, all right, you hit me, but this artifact is healing me. This evil. It's always evil. This is a Lovecraft game. It's always evil. All right, so now Ernest goes. Now she's got to get out of here because there's a guard in her space. And if there's a guard in her space when Dagon moves, they get triggered and arrest you and take the artifact. So we don't want that. So Ernest is going to go. What is Ernest going to do? Ernest will. He's going to attack. He's going to use his mark. He's like, Mary, get down, Mary, and he's going to kill the cultists because if Mary moves, the cultists follow. So Ernest gets 2 hits and a whiff, but that's fine because 2 hits is enough to kill a cultist. They're only humans. Boom. So his first attack, he shotguns that cultist. Mary is in the corner, get out of the way. Ernest looks at the other guy. The other guy looks at him, and Ernest blasts him. I have an insanity, but it's not a monster, so I have to. Well, I can take stress and accept it, but you know what? He takes insanity damage, but he kills the other cultist. Boom. Now, the bad thing about insanity damage is once you take it, that's it. So that was 2 actions. His third action, he will marry. He will go here. So that's his third action. All right. So they're in the same room. Mary's kind of afraid of crowd, so let's hope that her insanity doesn't trigger. And now Ernest Mythos card. Riptide. If possible, move the nearest cultist from the board and if possible, remove the nearest cultist from the board and summon a servant of the deep in its space. Otherwise, nothing happens. So what happens is the nearest cultist, one of these guys, transforms into a deep one. And then it says summon a cultist in blue. So, and now we have 3 symbols. So 3 symbols. I'll put them over there. That's a discard to remind me that they're already used. So what happens is whenever there's 3 symbols, the enemy advances. So Dagon's going to move 1 space. Okay. So he moves 1 space. And whenever Dagon advances, you transform. Summon 1 servant of the deep into your space. And 2 cultists at the nearest gate. Where's the nearest gate? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, well, let's put them down here. Let's put them down here. So you see everything's spawning. So Ernest has to transform. His feet sprouting. All of a sudden, tissue grows between his toes. His socks become uncomfortable, and he starts to grow some fins. He's turning into a fish man. All right. Each guard moves 1 space towards the nearest investigator. Here, here, and here. Now, then all investigators carrying any artifacts with at least 1 guard in this space are arrested. So both of them are arrested. Oh, no, just Mary. Mary's arrested. She drops her artifact. It sucks. It sucks getting arrested because the whole thing is you're on a timer. They drop all the and move the enemies do not follow. After that, if there are any investigators, hold. Okay, so nothing else triggers. So that was all the Mythos phase. Now investigator dies. So now we got a deep one in the space with Ernest. So our deep ones do 2 black dice, but they would get an additional dice for every other for if there's another deep one in their space. So now this is going after Ernest. All right, so he's going to take 2 damage, blah, blah, and 1 sanity. Blah. Oh, that triggers his problem, his recurring trauma. All right, so it's to resolve the end of turn. We deal with this at the resolve the end of turn. So if there is a Mythos card near this card, play it as if you just drawn it. Otherwise, heal all of your stress. Well, we don't have a Mythos card, so we heal all of our stress. So he may be insane, but I guess the doctors at Miskatonic healed his past trauma, but he's ready to accept another one. I'm gonna up his arcane mastery. Every time you cross one of these, you up a skill. So I might count any number of stars as successes. So he's getting a little bit better. And that was all Ernest's turn. So now Mary's going to go. Mary's pissed because she just got arrested. So she's going to go 1, 2. Okay. She has marksman, so she will attack that deep one. She wails that deep one, gets herself 1 insanity. So, all right. So that's 1, 2. And her third action, she will go here. So it was just, this is what the board was like at the beginning of Ernest's turn. You know what I mean? So really, think about it. All that did was just burn time, And now she has to spend another action picking up that artifact again last time. So she moved, shot, moved. She should have moved and then fisticuffs, but I didn't. But I hate taking back turns. I tell myself that, you can't take back a turn when the state of information has changed. So there we go. All right. Now it's Mythos phase. All right. Blood Moon. Move each deep one space towards you. So each deep one. Then, if there are any deep ones on your space, you transform unless you take 2 stress or a wound for each. So Mary is going to take 2 stress. Because you do not want to turn into a deep one. Then summon one at yellow. Oh, I got to put this over here because that's the first. Every time I have 3 of these, Dagon advances. All right, so that was Mary's turn. Now we're back to Ernest's turn. So Ernest, what he's going to do is he's gonna just kill that deep one, because if you leave the room, the monsters follow. So that's 2 successes. He gets 2 free. So for free, he's gonna re-roll this. All right, good. So he just kills that guy. Second action, he's gonna pick that up, heal 1 wound at the end of every round. There you go. And his third action, he will he's going to move. Where do I want to move? So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Why? So he could pick up a second artifact. Oh, but he goes like this: 1, 2, 3. He brings this guy with him. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Sometimes you gotta take a little danger. So now it's the Mythos phase. We still have a Dagon symbol. Move all cultists 1 space towards the artifacts on the board closest to them. So this guy's going to move here. 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 All right. If there are no artifacts on the board, each investigator loses 1 sanity for each artifact they are carrying. But there are artifacts on the board, so that's good. But now there are 2 Dagon symbols. And now it is investigator fight. Well, now I got to fight. I got 2. I got a cultist on my space. They get 2 green dice. He gets 1 hit. He'll take, so Ernest takes 1 damage. Now it's resolve at the end of the turn. My artifact heals me. So that actually was a productive turn for Ernest. Now, Mary, what you doing? So Mary is going to I hate to do it, but her first turn she's going to rest. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then her second action is 1, 2, 3. She can go 4, but she's better at a distance. She's a marksman. All right, so she will. Last action, she's going to kill that Bayaki. Bayaki is how you pronounce it. All right, because that's more dangerous than the cultist. So, and it doesn't come back as quick. So she gets that. 2 damage and an insanity, and then a whiff. So she will take 1 stress to re-roll that whiff, because if she gets 3, she'll take another stress to re-roll that whiff. Okay, so that's fine. We accept that. As long as you have stress, you could re-roll dice. So she kills the Bayaki, but she takes 1 sanity. That crosses her threshold, so we have to resolve that at the resolve turn phase. And so that was actions. So she rested, moved, attacked, draw a Mythos card. I heard something. Move all guards and cultists 1 space towards Mary. And it doesn't have a symbol. So according to his insanity, I have to put it next to his board. And this gets triggered now every time this happens until that deck gets shuffled. So now, for whatever reason, his recurring problem causes him to scream, and that attracts all the guards. So all the guards and cultists move 1 space towards Mary. So this guy moves towards Mary. This guard moves towards Mary. This guard moves towards Mary. This cultist moves towards Mary. That. But it's not monsters. Okay. All right. But at least Dagon doesn't advance. And now fight or investigate. Well, unfortunately, there's a cultist in her spot, and cultists get 2 green dice, so they're going to attack Mary. They hit Mary for 1. Okay, end of turn. Mary. Oh, she doesn't have the artifact. Ernest has the artifact. All right, so, but we have to deal with her insanity now. Fear of crowds. Take 1 stress for every other figure in your space, enemy or. So she's going to take 1 stress because she doesn't like crowds, but she gets to level up a skill. Whenever you are wounded, you would investigate. Oh, I didn't know about this. So she was wounded, so she healed 1 stress. Okay, it's so much to keep track of. She's gonna up her marksman skill. She's gonna up her marksman skill. When you heal all stress investigators in your space, heal 1. That's pretty good. All right. So now we're back to Ernest. Ernest's first action is he's gonna pick up this artifact. Boom. This artifact says move 1 additional space when you run. Cool. So he has 2 artifacts. So Mary is got to get 2 artifacts. So Ernest is carrying his weight this time. What is he going to do? He's going to clear the space. So he's going to camp over here by this gate and then hope that Mary does the same up there. So he's going to clear the space. So Ernest is just going to blast down the hallway at this cultist. So Ernest, perfect. A success is success. Ernest gets to count all of these stars of success. He murders a human being. So blam. Okay, now, so he picked up the artifact. He shot. Now he's going to move. Okay, that might be dumb because the guard might move. Yeah, he's not going to move. You know what he's going to do instead? He's going to rest. Because if he moves, this 2 here, odds are Dagon's going to move this guard, will come over here and arrest him. And then he's going to lose 2 artifacts. So he's just going to stay there. All right. So now Mythos phase. Let's see if his gamble paid off. Yes. Good call. Good call, Ernest. All Bayaki and Shoggoth move 1 space towards they're killed. At the yellow, summon a Bayaki. Oh. And at the blue, summon a Shoggoth. Oh no, Mary. What? Oh no. Okay, and if that's not bad enough, Dagon moves. All right, so Dagon moves. All right. Whenever Dagon advances, you transform. So Ernest, oh no, Ernest. The gills go up his spine, around his belly button. He's getting fish scale on his chest. He's almost a deep one. And 1 servant appears in his space, blah, 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 blah. And 2 cultists near the closest gate. So, oh, God. Ernest, you got your work cut out for you. But I couldn't summon 2 cultists because there was only 1 off the board. And the figures on the board right now are the maximum number of creatures for this particular scenario. All right, so each guard moves 1 space towards the nearest investigator. So this guard goes here. This guard will go here. This guard is 1, 2, 3 away. 1, 2, 3. So we'll make them go towards Ernest because she's got to deal with those. All right. And after that, okay. All right. So that's that. So that was, and now resolve everything. There's heal 1 wound. Okay, so Ernest is fine. Oh no, that was Mythos phase. So now we got to fight. We got a deep one. Deep one gets 2 black dice. 2 black dice versus Ernest. A whiff. That's fine. Oh no, deep ones. Okay, that's a whiff. All right, and now resolve end of phase. There's nothing to resolve. All right, so now we're gonna go to Mary. Oh man, Mary is just poop out of luck over there. If she moves, the Shoggoth is going to go with her. So she's going to use her first action to fight the Shoggoth. Jeez. Bye, Mary. Yeah. That really stinks. Yeah, Mary is kind of screwed. This might be the end of the game again. This is a tough game, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want me to say? So Mary, because this scenario forces you to split. So Mary, and all right, so that's 1 damage. Man, that really stinks. 1 damage. So she's going to take 1 stress. Right, so she does 1 damage. It takes 2 sanity because Shoggoths do. When attacking, yes, she's attacking the Shoggoth. 1, 2, and she does 1 damage to the Shoggoth. Since there's 2 creatures on the board, I'm just going to put them on the cards down here. Okay, that was her first action. Her second action is total whiff, and she can't do anything about it. And her third action is 2 successes. So she does a total of 3 damage to the Shoggoth. We'll put that there. All right. That's the end of her turn. We draw a Mythos phase. The Shoggoth moves 2 spaces towards you. Well, it's already with her. Any guards in spaces it leaves, follow it. All right. Summon the Shoggoth. So there we go. So that would have been great if Ernest had drawn that card, because then the Shoggoth would have left Mary alone. But of course, Mary drew it. This game is evil incarnate. All right. So now Investigator dies. So let's do the Shoggoth. Let's get that guy over with. So 2 black dice, 2 green dice. And Mary cannot manipulate these dice in the slightest. So, all right. So these are nothing. So Mary takes 1 health damage and 2 insanity. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. All right. That wasn't that bad. Now the cultist goes, and the cultists get 2 green die. All right. And the cultist hits her for 1. Just prolonging the agony, I guess. So that, and now end of turn stuff. Oh yeah, her insanity trigger. Take 1 stress for each other figure in your space. And if you are alone, heal. So she can't take any stress. Oh, whenever you are wounded, you and investigators heal. So she took 2 damage, so she healed 2. But there's 2 figures. Okay, so that's a wash. All right, now I get to I get to level up. Okay, so her marksmanship isn't going to help her because these creatures are going to follow her. And swiftness, running away. So the only thing she can is level up her roll with it. Now she gets an extra green die when she attacks. She's starting to get crazy now. So that's the good thing. So that was Mary's turn. All right, now we at Ernest's turn. Ernest is going to kill a deep one. So Ernest gets just 3 dice. He's basically hitting it with the butt of his shotgun because he's not a marksman here. And he does 3 damage and 1 insanity. That's fine. That's the wrong one. That's 1. There you go. He kills it. That's his first action. His second action, he's going to take all 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So these cultists follow him. And then he's going to attack the Bayeki. Okay. Why not? He's going to attack the Bayeki. Just get rid of it while he can. He'll deal with the cultists. So the Bayeki takes 3 damage. All right. So that's 2 and then a whiff. But he gets rerolls when fighting monsters. Perfect. So he is a great monster killer. So he's surrounded by humans and a deep one. Well, a deep one in the next room. All right. So that was, he fought, he moved, he fought. Now Mythos goes. It's all up to Mary now. Tides of Madness. If Dagon is on the board, each investigate. Okay, so Dagon's on the board. Okay, otherwise, summon a servant of the deep one in your space. So a deep one just climbs in the window. Blah, 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 blah. All right, and now they all fight him. So we'll start with the deep one because that took him by surprise. The deep one is fighting Ernest, and it does 2 damage to Ernest. Oh, geez, Ernest could have ran, but I don't like changing the rules. But Ernest could have ran 4 spaces, so he could have went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it doesn't change anything because he still could have killed that bio key. So he's here. Okay, so he's here. All right, but there's another deep one, so the deep one gets another dice, which is a whiff. So Ernest takes 2 damage. Wow, from 1 deep one. Takes no damage from the second deep one. 1 cultist does. I'll spend a stress to reroll that. Oh, that's the wrong dice. Okay, that's a whiff. All right, so he still does 1 damage. All right, and then this cultist does. I'll spend a stress to reroll that. Okay, and then the last guy, I'll spend a stress to reroll that. Perfect. He survives, but he's stressed out and he's feeling kind of bruised. All right, so that was Ernest. Now we do the Mythos phase. Each investigator loses 1 sanity for each artifact they are carrying, or at the end of the turn, advance. No, we're not going to advance. So Ernest is going to take 2 sanity damage. Blah, blah. Mary has no artifacts, so that's fine. We put this over here. And now, oh, crap. We already, we know it's coming, so I'm going to shuffle it. I just did it out of order. All right, so now it's Mary's turn. Mary. This is where Mary dies. This is where we lose the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Mary, you got to be smart. I want to look at everything. Roll with it. Whenever you are wounded, you investigate your space, heal 1 stress. Instead, you heal all stress. Okay, so if she takes a damage, she's going to heal all her stress. She likes pain. All right, so she does 3 damage to the Shoggoth. Oh. And she takes 4 sanity. Oh, she does an extra green die. That's a whiff. Because of her insanity. All right, so now she takes 4 insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything's gonna trigger at the end of the round. All right, so now her second action, you need to do 4 damage to the Shoggoth. With this extra dice, it is achievable. Okay, so she does 3 damage. She can't take any more stress. I mean, she can't take any more sanity because she's at what I call the capacitor. That's a hard stop. So 1, 2, 3. That was her second action. Her last action. She kills it, but she doesn't kill the cultist because you can't. Only certain weapons allow you to spill over to the next guy. So that was her action. So now we got to draw the Mythos phase. Watch, it's going to summon the thing right back. Move all guards and cultists 1 space towards the investigators closest to them. So this guy, uh-oh. We don't want the guards. We got guards over here, but Mary doesn't have an artifact. But this is not a summon thing. All right. I don't know about earn it. Oh, heal 1 wound at the end of your turn and move an additional space. Okay, so that's good. So now she has to fight. So there's only a cultist on her space. A cultist gets 2 green die. 1 damage. She's on the threshold of death. She's on the threshold of death. And now, oh, whenever you are wounded, you and investigator in your space heal 1 stress. Instead, you heal all stress and investigate. Okay, so she heals all of her stress, but this take 1 stress for each other figure on your space. So there's 1 figure on her space. So whatever, she's a freak. She's a freaky chick. She likes her pain, so she got wounded and it calmed her down. But there's a person in her space, and that gave her a little bit of freak out. And now we go to Ernest. Ernest is just going to go crazy-eyed bonkers with attacking, but unfortunately his marksmanship doesn't count. So he will attack the monsters first, since they are the most dangerous. First attack, 1 deep one. All right. Oh, this is what it was. I knocked over it. All right. So he will. It doesn't matter. I'll accept that. Kills a deep one. Deep ones take 3 damage. Boom. He takes 2 insanity. He hits the capacitor. That's that. He gains the dice immediately, but will resolve the symbol at the end. So his second action, he's going to kill another deep one. All right. He's fighting a monster, so he gets free rerolls. So I will reroll this, and I will reroll this. All right. Now, I don't care about the attack because we hit a capacitor. That's 3 damage. That kills a deep one. Damn. All right. All right. So now his last action, he's going to murder a cultist. Murder a cultist. I don't get to reroll. I will take a stress and reroll that die. Okay. That kills a cultist. Boom. Okay. So. All right, so that was his 3 actions. We're just hoping these freaking guards don't ruin everything. We're hoping those guards don't ruin everything. All right, so now we draw a storm surge. If you are a deep one, which I'm not, move to the nearest human investigator and deal 2 wounds to them. Otherwise, you transform unless you take 2 stress or a wound for each stress you cannot take. Now, I take 2 wounds. Blah, blah. This is dangerous. This is dangerous because 1 more damage and we lose the game. All right. Oh, that was real stupid. That was real stupid. See, no, I have to do it. Give myself the 2 damage back, and he becomes a deep one. So what you actually do is you remove Ernest's figure. Ernest is now a deep one who's in my control, but at the mercy of Dagon at the same time. Now, if Mary transforms, we lose the game. So right now I have like conflicted loyalties, but I couldn't take the damage because I got 2 humans over there. Odds are they're gonna do 1 damage to me. All right, so that now I got this cultist is attacking. He does 1 damage to me, and there's nothing I could do about it. So if he rolls 2 damage, it's the end of the game. 1 damage. Whoa. This is close. Okay, now it's the end of the turn phase. I heal 1 wound for each, so I heal from carrying the artifact, and then I get to level up something. You can take 1 wound to make a free attack against a monster. Heal 1 stress for each start you count as a success. Wow, these are both good, but I think the Demon Hunter, I'm going to boost Demon Hunter. All right, so it helps. It's only monsters, though. It's only monsters. So I'm gonna take healing stress. Healing stress. That applies to everything. And I could do it more than once. All right. So now Mary goes. Come on, Mary. Come on, Mary. This is tough. So first thing Mary's gonna do is she can't heal because you can only heal when it's a safe space. It's not a safe space with an enemy. There's a cultist there. So she gets 3 black dice order. So she's gonna try to murder, and she doesn't have her marksmanship. So she is going to just murder Aruni. That's way overkill. So all she needs is these 2 dice. So, all right. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to accept it. So she kills this guy. Boom. She just executes him. Boom. But she takes 2 insanity. 1, 2. All right. All right. So there we go. Her next action is she's going to go here. 1, 2. She's going to pick this artifact up. And it says heal 2 stress at the end of your turn. That is excellent. Excellent. And her last action, she's got to rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hate to do it, but she's got to rest. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we do Mythos phase. Dragon's Embrace. At the end of the turn, Dagon advances on the track. Oh, no. At the end of the turn, advance on the track as if it were 3, or each investigator transforms. We do not want to transform. So Dagon advances. All right. And that card goes right away. Dagon advances. When Dagon advances, you transform. So we were going to transform anyway. That would have been 2 transformations for her. Yes, we couldn't do that. Summon 1 servant of the deep in your space. That really stinks. So it comes out of the windows. And 2 cultists at the nearest gate. And it's the nearest gate to the player who just went. So now we got obstacles in her way. And each guard moves 1 space towards the... Oh, no. Goes here, and Ernest gets arrested, dropping his artifacts in the space. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. That just stinks. That just stinks. And then these 2 guards move over here. I played this like a dummy. I should have used the distraction movement. I can cause distractions and move the guards away from me. Oh God. Oh God, I'm so mad at myself. So that was Mary's turn. Now Ernest is gonna go. All right, Ernest, you're gonna start running. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and she heals 2 stress at the end of her turn, so she's fully healed as far as her stress goes. 1, 2. Okay, in his last action, he will kill a cultist. All right, so he does 4 damage. Unfortunately, he can only target 1, and heal 1 stress for each star you count as a success. So he counts 1 star, so he heals a little stress. All right. All right. That's the end of Ernest's turn. Now we do the Mythos phase. Each investigator loses 1 sanity for each artifact they are carrying. So Mary loses that. hits her capacitor. Okay. So it's a good thing. I was going to have him pick up those 2 artifacts, but I figured killing is more important. So that actually worked out for me. This scenario is so tough. It's so tough because the party has to split. All right. And now I got 2 cultists attacking a very badly damaged Ernest. And he whiffs. Perfect. Perfect. But at the end of the round, I need to deal with Mary's transformation. So what is she with? A free run action at the end of that might help. So we're going to do that because Mary needs speed at this point. Mary needs speed. Yes, she has 1 artifact already. Okay. Now it's her turn. If she runs, they're going to follow her. She can't heal. All right. So I can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is what she's going to do. She's going to run 4, and everybody follows her, but the guards aren't near her. Second action, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody follows her. And last action, she'll kill a deep one. She'll kill a deep one, and she now gets 2 dice and 2 green, 3 red. Okay. That's perfect for a deep one. So Mary, fast Mary takes out a deep one. Blah, 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 blah. Now it's a mythos phase. Low tide. All deep ones, including investigators, move 2 spaces towards you. So I get pulled 1, 2, because I'm a deep one. And I summon a deep one at the red gate. Blah, blah, blah. That sucks. See, I'm torn, because I'm a deep one now. So I'm listening to the call of Dagon. All right. I forget what happens once he reaches red. All right. So, all right. Well, I'll worry about that later. So that was Mary's turn. So I'm gonna go. Ernest. I'm considering myself Ernest. Ernest is. I will rest. 1, 2, 3. No, I will rest. 1, 2, 3, and I'll eat the clay pot. Blah 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 blah. And I heal 2 additional wounds. Okay. And then that was first action. Second action. 1, 2. If I pick up the artifacts, I'm gonna be at the mercy of the guard. So I will cause a distraction. Choose 1 guard up to 2 spaces. Move that guard 2 spaces. So 1, 2. So hey, did you see that guy over there trying to steal? Stupid guard believes me and leaves. That was my 3 actions. Okay, not the best. That was pretty much everything that I had to do. And let's see what happens. Okay, so the nearest Bayaki moves 3 spaces towards you. It's not on the board, and then summon the Bayaki. So the board is refilling. 3 symbols. Dagon moves into red. I forget exactly what happens, but let's do everything, and then I'll look up the rules for red. So when Dagon advances, you transform. I'm already fully a deep one, so that's fine. All right, summon 1 servant of the deep into my space. Blah 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 blah. And 2 cultists at the nearest gate. The nearest gate is right here. So everybody's popping up right there. That sucks. Each guard moves 1 space towards the nearest investigator. Boom, 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 boom. And that's that. So let me just look at the rule book for a second. That's what the cover of the game looks like. Dice and checks, attack, turn sequence, investigating, fight, resolve at the end of the turn. Fighting. Okay. I think once he's in the red, Dagon is on the board. Tiles and spaces, investigators, sanity, dice and checks, bonus dice, turn sequence, take actions, attack, rest, trade, episode draw mythos cards, summon it. Okay. Okay, check the Elder One. The Elder One is summoned if the Elder One entered the first red space on the track or the ritual is disrupted. When the Elder One is summoned, move the stage 1 card to the side, revealing the second stage. Resolve its reveal, which will specify where the Elder One until the end of the game. Take the progression token from the summoning track. Occupied. This is the progression token. Okay, whatever. So, can we fight the Elder One now? All right, so we don't have to worry about disrupting this. So now, let's see now. So stage 1. So now we are stage 2. When revealed, summon Dagon to your space. So Dagon is here. So we're going to put Dagon right there. Dagon is right there in here. He bursts out of the gate. Deep 1 investigators cannot use stress to re-roll when attacking Dagon or a deep 1. Oh, great. Okay, great. So here's where the game... Well, Dagon's on the board now. So you see this symbol? This represents the progress of Dagon. If it gets to here, we lose. So if we don't have to worry about the ritual. Now the only way to win is to kill this guy. The only way to win is to kill that guy. So, good luck. He has 12 hit points as of now, and that kills this card. And then I got to kill the card underneath, and then I got to kill the card underneath. So good luck trying to kill Dagon. All right. So, heal 2. She's healed. All right. So now the monsters attack. So let's start at the bottom. 2 cultists are going to attack poor Ernest. So it's a cultist. So they get 2 damage. I will take a stress. And I will re-roll that. Great. So he takes 2 damage. Bump, bump. Another cultist attacks. He takes 2 damage. I will take a stress and re-roll that. I'll take a stress and re-roll. Here's where Ernest dies. Take a stress, re-roll that. And Ernest takes 2 damage, and Ernest is dead. Ernest has died. Ernest is dead. Ernest. All right. Then we resolve everything at the end of the game. 1, 2. Oh, so she should have 4 level ups. He should have had. Oh, he did have 2 level ups. She should have 4 level ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. So her 4th. Okay, so she's going to advance her marksmanship. No, she's going to take this. Okay, so roll with it. You heal all stress. So whenever you're wounded, I heal all stress investigators within 1 space heal 2. Oh, so that doesn't. That's you and. Okay, so she's going to stay here. I'll do my first draw. Okay. All right, so it's Mary's turn. Mary's got to kill Dagon. And She's going to attack. So she gets 2 green dice, 3 black dice. She's going to just kill. She's got to kill all these cultists because otherwise they're just going to follow her. So, blam. That kills 1 cultist. Second action. She kills another cultist. Blam. I mean, we just forget about the artifacts now because we were trying to disrupt this. If you disrupt the ritual, that gets rid of the guards. We also have the artifacts will give us powers, and then Dagon is summoned early, but he can't really do anything until he turns red. So it just gives us a little bit more time. The last one is, wow, that was just great. She just killed everybody without losing her sanity or anything. So heal 2 stress at the end of the turn. So that was her whole action. Let's see. The last card in the deck is choose one. Each investigator loses 1 sanity for each artifact. Okay, so she loses a sanity. Or at the end of the turn, advance. No, we don't want to advance. We don't want to advance. Okay. So now that's the end of these cards. I take this card back. And we shuffle these again. It's all on Mary. It's all on Mary. Oh, she could discard. She gets a discovery card because she's in a safe space, meaning that there's no enemies. So I'm just going to shuffle these, and I'll do a discovery. Okay. Worst shuffle ever. All right. What does she get? Imposing. Something has been off with my assistant ever since we raided that tomb in Egypt. You may claim the lasso. When you attack a monster or cultist, if you deal any wounds, that enemy doesn't attack this turn. Cool. So if I attack a monster or a cultist, I could lasso it, and it won't. Even if I don't kill it, it won't take it. It won't attack me. That is great. That is great. So now it's the top of the turn. I get a free run action. So I'm going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was for free. 1, 2. Now, great. Now, this is weird, and the rules say I could do this. So her marksman, I may attack at a target 1 additional space away. So I could attack 2 spaces away. So I could attack here. Okay. So I'm just going to start shooting. I have 3 actions to shoot. So my marksman gives me 2 green dice. My base ability gives me 3 dice, and my insanity gives me 2 more dice. So I am just blasted. I am going to attack Dagon. Now, the thing about killing Dagon is he gets a little bit more powerful with each attack, but that's the only way to win. So hit, hit, hit. Those are absolute hits, so I'm not going to deal anything with that. And then these are, do I want to see? I'm getting 1, 2, 3. I'm real close to and I can heal 2 stress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll these 2. That's 2 stress. Nice, nice. So I got all that, and then I will take 1 more stress and re-roll this. Okay, so that's it. So I take 1 insanity, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Boom. So I do 6 damage to Dagon. That was my first action because I moved for free. So this will be my second action. Hit. Hit. This is a hit with insanity. All right, so I'm going to take a stress to reroll this. All right. And then I'll leave everything else because I'm at maximum stress. So I do another 3 damage. So that's 9. And my last action to Dagon is there's a hit. That's a hit. And I have to accept everything because I can't. So I do another 3 damage. Boom, 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 boom. So that's 6. That's 12. So I kill this card. Okay. Which means he has another 12 hit. When revealed, move Dagon to the starting space. Summon. So he goes to the starting space. He don't like that. So he's moving. Summon a servant of the deep into each Deep One investigator space. Well, there is no Deep One investigator space. Deep Ones and Dagon gain 2 dice when attacking a Deep One investigator. Okay, well, there isn't a Deep One investigator. They so that's fine. Now I get one last action. Dagon is 2 spaces away, right? I moved. No. I moved. And I attacked. Okay, so now it is Mythos phase. Mythos phase. All Deep Ones, including investigators, move 2 spaces towards you. Okay, summon a servant of the deep. There are no servants. Oh, there is a servant of the deep at red. Okay, there we go. And we got a symbol right there. All right, so now resolve. This Deep One is going to attack. Deep Ones get 2 black dice. He hits me for 1. All right. All right. When you heal all stress, whoop, when I get hurt. And that's the end. So now I go. All right. So I'm just going to ignore this Deep One. I'm going to attack Dagon. And I forget what I get. I get 3 base dice. I get 1, 2 dice for my insanity, and I get 2 dice for my marksmanship. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's 4, but it's an insanity. I'll take it. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to Dagon. I could put it here so you could see it. I have to do 12 damage to him to clear this card. All right. So that was my first attack. Okay, I get the extra dice right away. This will be my second attack. 1, 2. I can't take this much sanity. That'll kill me. So I'm going to use stress to reroll this die. I'll use stress to take away this die. All right, that's good. And then I'm going to use 1 stress to take away that die. And I'm going to use my last stress to take away this die. All right, so bada bing. All right. Okay, I forgot to level up. So I get an extra die, which is nothing. All right. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4 more damage to him. Four more damage to him. So that's 6, 7, 8 damage. All right. That's 8 damage to him. And then my last attack. If I take 1 more sanity, I'm dead. So pretty much I'm dying right here. Bad move. And I lose. And I go insane. Blah, 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 blah. Dagon takes over the universe. That's the end. That's the end. It's a freaking tough game, man. I played according to the rules properly, but I did bad strategy. I'm happy with that. As long as I played by the rules properly, I'm happy. But I did a bad tactical decision. So at that point, the earth is flooded. Dagon has eaten everybody, and it's bye, kid.
Goodbye, kids.